Hello and welcome. In this video we are going to have a look at Demeter, which is the supine pose lying down, and we're going to look at it with lateral breathing, and we're going to visit all the active stretching that we do. So we're going to come to lying down on our backs with our knees bent and our feet flat on the floor. So from here I would like you first of all to check in with your head position. So we're going to start with from our head down. Now, if we take our hands behind our neck and slide our hands up towards the bony protrusion there, which is your occipital bone, what I'd like you to do is just feel, first of all, that you're lengthening or drawing that away from the rest of your body. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch up through your spine. Then from here, I'd like you to place that occiput bone on the floor. Now, if when you come to do this, you feel that you're looking over the top of your head a little or towards the corners of your room instead of directly up in front of you, then grab a block or a book or a cushion and pop it underneath your head. And this should take you to the position that we're looking for. Okay, so once you find that position and that feel this as well, is to feel like your sacrum, so your coccyx and your sacrum down the bottom, feel like they're pulling one way through your legs, and this head, and then use your actual hands to feel like you're drawing the occiput bone away. So you're not bringing your chin in towards your chest, you're still looking straight up towards the ceiling, but pulling the occiput bone away. So you're really feeling this length through your spine. And when I say in all the poses, lengthen, this is what I'm looking for. This feeling of really working these extensor muscles. So placing the back of your head on the floor. Excellent. Now we want to find the back of our ribcage nice and heavy on the floor. And we're looking for the whole ribcage to be on the floor, not just the upper portion. So make sure that the lower portion is as close to the floor as you can get it. Then I want to find our neutral pelvis. So keeping the head and the ribcage where they are, we're going to rock through our pelvis, finding our 6 o'clock. We might arch our back when we find our 6 o'clock. At our 12 o'clock, we might find we bring our ribcage to the floor a little bit more. And then find the middle of your clock face. So now we should feel that active stretch here. We should feel that active lengthening down towards the floor of the thoracic spine from our ribcage. And we should feel our pelvis nice and neutral. Then from here, we're going to take our feet, and we're going to take our feet so that we can comfortably dorsiflex them. Now you see what I did there? I actually took a step with my feet a little bit further away from my body, because if I try to dorsiflex here, I'll find it's really tight and might get sore in my shins. So I'm going to take my feet a little bit further away. So it's like a 45-degree angle in your legs. I'm going to place my feet on the floor for a moment. Now remember, we're actively stretching from our head, and then we're going to pull our feet up until you start to feel muscles starting to work. We're not pulling them up so hard that we start to really feel that we want to tilt our pelvis or this is going to shift. We want to keep this neutral spine, but draw up so that we're starting to actively stretch the posterior chain in our body. Knees are still hip distance apart. Okay, so we've started this active stretch through the body here. Now what I'd like you to think about here is I'd like you to think about as if you're holding a little ball between your knees. So if you're not squeezing it in so the knees aren't moving in, you're just feeling like you're holding something. It could be a book, you could think about anything you like that you're holding in place. And if you'd like to grab something to use when you're practicing this to start with so you can feel that engagement here, so we're looking for engagement here of the adductor muscles. These adductor muscles here feed directly into the obliques feed into the rib cage, and they also pass directly through your pelvic floor through fascia connections. So it goes muscle, fascia, muscle. Okay, although there is some argument that muscle is also fascia. So we are also, now we're engaging. So we're drawing back with our feet. We're holding this little ball between our knees. Now keeping your pelvis neutral, I'd like you to feel like you're squishing little marshmallows underneath your heels. So squish those marshmallows. Now to add a little bit more, I'd like you to feel like you're dragging your heels back towards your sit bones just enough so you can feel your muscles lighting up a bit more. We don't want to be pulling back so hard that we start to arch our spine. So we always want to be really aware of keeping this beautiful, long, lengthened spine. Okay, so let's run through that again very quickly. Feet back down. We are actively stretching, so we're thinking about lifting or stretching our head away from our body, keeping our eyes looking straight up towards the ceiling. We're dorsiflexing our feet. Our sacrum is drawing away from our head. We're pressing little marshmallows underneath our heels and we're drawing back towards our sit bones. We're holding a little bowl between our knees. Then we're going to add our arms. So for the first one, I'd like you to add your arms so your palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Hands are in a kind of downwards V position. They can be on the floor if it's too much for you to hold them up. I'd love you to pull your shoulder blades together behind you and then feel like you're pulling them down and spreading them out towards the sides. So now we're actively stretching through our shoulder girdle. To add to this, I'd like you to think about reaching out through your little finger. So we're continuing that active stretch away from our body. Okay, here we're going to do 3 nice slow breaths using our lateral breathing. Nice deep slow breaths in. So remember, lateral breathing, rib cage is opening from the lower ribs especially first. Feel the back of your rib cage on the floor on the inhale and the exhale. Take a nice deep breath in, inhaling. As you exhale, feel that lengthening in your spine. Inhale, open your ribs wide. Exhale, lengthen the spine and actively stretch through your body. Good. Inhale again. And exhale. Now we're going to twist our hands. So we're twisting our wrists towards the floor, our palms towards the floor, and our elbows. And then we're going to keep pressing out through those shoulder blades. So we've still got that active stretch through the shoulders as we point our fingertips in towards each other. Again here, I'd like you to think about stretching out all the time through your elbows. Feel like we want to pull our fingers apart from each other, even though they want to draw in towards the center. So here, we want to again make sure we're not resting our hands on our pelvis, that our hands are actively working in our arms. Feel that stretch from your head to your sacrum, dorsiflexing the feet, squishing the marshmallows, holding the bowl, drawing the heels back towards you. 3 breaths here, ready to inhale. Take a nice deep breath in, inhaling. And exhaling, lengthen. Inhaling. And lengthen. Inhaling. And lengthen. Now take your hands out towards the side in a T. Good, excellent. Again, they can be on the floor if this is too much for you to hold them up, but I prefer them to be up off the floor. We want to bring our shoulder blades in towards each other again and then slide them down and out towards the sides. Good, reach out through your fingers. You've got this active stretch. Perfect. Check in with your head, lengthen your head away from your body, your sacrum in the opposite direction. Ribcage is heavy on the floor, drawing back with those heels, pressing those marshmallows, holding that little ball between your knees. Relax your face, relax your jaw, ready to inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, ribcage on the floor. Exhale, lengthen. Then rotate our hands and bring them into our second position. Again here, feel those shoulder blades opening. Press out through your elbows. Fingertips want to draw together, but we're pulling them apart. We've created this beautiful circle shape, yeah? Lengthen, ready to inhale. Inhale, widen the ribs. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, widen the ribs. Exhale, lengthen the spine and across the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. From here, we're going to take our hands to a high V. Excellent. So again, in this position here, you want to take it to where it's comfortable for you. So if this is too much up here for you and you start to pop your ribcage off the floor, we want to make sure we're keeping our ribcage on the floor. So what you can do is you can start to bring your hands up from your T position and slowly bring them up, bring them up, bring them up, bring them up, bring them up until where it's comfortable for you. So for me, this is great here, but this may not be what's great for you. So feel what's good for you. Again, here, shoulders are opening, so you can pull them together and then spread them wide. Lengthen out through your fingers, always lengthening. Lengthen from your head, lengthen from your coccyx. Pull back with those heels to lengthen the posterior chain. Ready to inhale. Take a nice deep breath in, widen the ribs. Exhale, lengthen everywhere. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Then we're going to rotate our hands and bring them into our third position. And this may be a little bit in front of your forehead here. For me, it's comfortable here. My ribcage is still on the floor. So you're looking for your ribcage to be on the floor. Opening through your shoulder blades, pushing out through your arms, ready to inhale. Nice deep breath in, inhale. Exhale, lengthen everywhere. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And shake it off. Really well done. So that was Demeter, looking at our active stretching and looking at adding our lateral breathing in with it. You can see how much work is going on here already. I hope you've enjoyed this one and enjoyed doing this with me, and we will see you in the next video.